to my channel.
Hello.
I got my hubby here with me today. We decided to do a video on our infertility journey.
For lack of a better word.
And the reason I'm sharing this, and this is the same reason is going to apply to a lot of videos I'm going to be doing, is this is my journey. Or our journey.
Yeah.
And
it's not all about you. Come on.
I'm struggling a lot with my mom's passing and understanding the grief and everything. And to convey that to you guys, I think it would help to know a lot of the stories behind it.
Yeah.
And how close we really were. And that's going to be bringing you into my life, our lives, a little bit more. So today we decided to do the infertility and kind of explain our journey and what's brought us to where we are today.
Exactly. So.
Okay, so I guess I'll start at the beginning. We met 12 years ago.
Yep.
Online.
Yahoo
Personals. They don't have Yahoo Personals anymore. I didn't know at the time that I was on Yahoo Personals until I got an email from him. And then we were kind of on and off and
here and
there. I was dealing with a lot of work stuff and some personal things, and yeah, so we did finally end up together.
Yeah.
I don't even know. We got married 7 years ago, so that should tell you. It took us 4 years to get our acts together.
5 years.
Act together. 5 years. Oh my goodness. 5 years to get our act together. So, we got married in June. Simple wedding, small wedding, which is what we wanted.
Yeah.
It's my second marriage.
My first.
So I am going to do a video on that, soon, probably this week. But yeah, so my second, Dan's first. And, we knew from the beginning that we both wanted a family.
Mm-hmm.
A big family, 2, 3 kids. So we didn't try.
But we didn't not try, I guess is the...
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
We found that we were pregnant for the first time. And very excited.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I can't remember how far along I was. We hadn't told anybody. So maybe I was probably between 8 to 10 weeks, I would say.
Yeah. It was under 3 months.
Oh yeah. But I ended up miscarrying. And, technically that was actually my third. I was pregnant with my ex-husband and had an unfortunate accident where I fell down some stairs and miscarried. And, it happened. No one knew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he knew, but, it was just, yeah, it was very private. And anyway, so with Dan, we got pregnant, we lost it. Didn't think anything of it, really, until it happened a few more times.
A total of about 10.
10 miscarriages as of 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The last one was definitely the worst. And that's when we knew we had to make some decisions and decide. We found out I was pregnant the last time by mistake. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And one thing is I don't think we told anybody, except maybe Ashley, that we had been pregnant all these times. And nobody, including our parents. So my mom did not know. But the last one, something about it made me tell her. I don't know
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know why, but I told her. And, I mean, I wasn't well, and being pregnant and having a baby at that point in our lives probably wasn't
the best decision.
The best decision, but it happened, and we were grateful, and
we were prepared for it.
And then this is right around the time my grandma fell sick and went into the hospital. And just before we headed down to Chatham, I was not feeling very good at all. Went to the doctor, and we found out that it was actually it's basically a tubal pregnancy. So the pregnancy formed in my fallopian tubes.
Which is very dangerous.
Extremely dangerous. Ectopic pregnancy.
I think so.
And very, very bad. Fortunately, it was early enough that I was, feeling pain and everything. I didn't have to have anything done medically. I lost it. It took care of itself, as the doctors say.
Yeah.
So we went down to Chatham to be with my family and my grandma, and so while we're dealing with my grandma and everything, we're dealing with what I'm going through. And my mom knew. She was right there beside us, supporting us. And I think a week into it, my grandma passed away. And she was older. She was in her 80s.
86?
Yeah. And, a lot of people say, oh, it was your grandmother. Well...
It was your grandmother.
It was pretty big. It was very unexpected. She went in for something so simple, and she never came home. And I was so fortunate. I was able to be with her, hold her hand when she passed, and it was a beautiful experience, and I'm very grateful for that. But after that came the reality that, okay, I'm dealing with this. Obviously, I knew in the back of my head kids weren't going to happen because I couldn't go through any more miscarriages. Not just the physical toll, but the emotional toll.
Yeah,
it was getting really, really tough. And with that many miscarriages, even my doctor was like, obviously, there's something wrong. Basically, in a nutshell, I have PCOS. Even though we never had trouble getting pregnant. Yeah. It was keeping it. But I have a lot of scar tissue and from that fall that I had. And that's why I haven't been able to. Mm-hmm. So at this point, we looked at all of our options. We could have a surrogate. And, it's something we considered for a while. We actually considered Ashley for a while. I don't even know if she knows that. Surprise.
At which point we decided to take drastic measures, shall we say?
Yeah, we talked it over with each other, and we prayed about it, and we even talked about it with my mom. And my big thing was, I wanted to give her a grandchild. Mm-hmm. And she was like...
Yeah,
I don't care about that.
She was more concerned about you.
Yeah, she was concerned about me and my,
your well-being.
My well-being and my health, and if having a baby is going to put me into worse health situations, then it's just not worth it, I guess. Yeah. So, we decided that Dan would have a vasectomy. Yep. It's much easier, obviously, for him to go through that than for me to have my tubes tied and all that.
Yeah, a lot less invasive. And, well, depends on how you look at it, but yeah.
So he had that done 3 years ago, and obviously we've been fine since then. Yes. We've gone back and forth with the adoption idea and fostering idea, and actually at the beginning of this year we had decided to look more into adoption and maybe start taking the courses and kind of get the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. since that, we've decided not to. I don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Nobody knows what's going to happen, but
we might end up adopting, we might end up fostering, and we might not.
It's really up in the air at this point.
Yeah, we've kind of embraced
the fact that we're just gonna have fur babies. Yes,
yeah, we've got nieces and nephews, and we love them so much, and we love them when they go home too.
Which, let's face it, we do like our time.
Yeah, we do. We like our time alone. We like our time together, and we like being able to just
get up and go.
It is a little difficult with,
dogs. The cats, they're self-sufficient.
But generally speaking,
and this is not a knock against those of you who have kids,
oh my God, no. If you know what, if we could have kids, we would.
But
there's no question in my mind.
Definitely.
But unfortunately, that decision was made for us. I always wonder, had I not fallen down those stairs,
where you'd be.
Where I would be. And the fact of the matter is, had I not, I might not even be with Dan.
So.
And I might have like a 14-year-old. That scares the heck out of me, I'm telling you. And then I'd have a situation of like custody because my ex is American, and it would be a mess. So I think, like they say, God has a plan, and I think, it's okay so far. And now I'm going to say we have little Lennox coming into the world the beginning of August. So I know that I'm going to be having a lot of baby fever, and I'm going to be second guessing my decision.
Yeah.
Great deal.
But she has enough she has her hands full with me, so.
Yeah, I have a kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can all relate. So we've come to terms with it. We're good with it, and we're trying to focus on the positive sides.
Exactly.
We tease Ashley all the time because she's up at like 7 o'clock on a Saturday, and we're sleeping till noon. And she teases us, and it's like, we stayed up late. We went out. Did whatever, because we can.
Exactly. We don't need people to watch our children.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. And that's the side of life that we're focusing on. And we're young, and we want to do some traveling and stuff. So I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah. And if we want to foster or adopt at a later date, then we have that option.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Although you're getting older.
Yeah, I'm going to be 40 next year.
One other thing I just want to mention quick too is neither of us have any parents left.
Yeah.
We just recently lost Dan's dad in January.
And I'm not really close with the rest of my family. Just don't keep in touch. I'm terrible for keeping in touch. So I always have been. So
yeah, there was a falling out and a whole bunch of stuff we won't get into, but
yeah.
Like my parents are gone, Dan's parents are gone.
So
yeah, like we're comfortable with where we are, and
I guess that's the point of this too. If you're all worried and everything, be comfortable where you are, and if you're going through the same thing that we are or that we have, then
know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
And there's other people that have done it before you. So.
And that's really why I wanted to do these videos, is because I'm sure that there's other people out there wondering, are we the only ones who can't have kids and are okay with that now? And no, you're not.
Yeah.
And that said, I'm not okay with it all the time.
Oh, no, neither am I.
There are many times where I'm like, I just wish we could have a baby. I wish we could have a family of our own. I see my brother and my sisters with their beautiful families, and
Ashley and
Shane, who are so blessed. I mean, they've got 2 beautiful kids, and they've been blessed
on the way
with Lennox coming. And Ainsley, we knew, actually, little fact, I was pregnant with my last one the same time Ashley was pregnant with Ainsley.
So had that gone through, we would have had a 3-year-old.
Yeah. So I think that's also why I'm so close with Ainsley.
Yeah.
We were there, like, literally. I'm not going to say from conception, but
close.
Like, we were there, like, right at the beginning. We knew them. We were taking care of Josh. I became Auntie Jen, Uncle Dan.
Yeah.
And Ainsley was like, I don't know. It was like she wanted to have a baby. Boom. She was having a baby. She wanted to have a girl. Surprise, it's a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally worked out amazing for them. And we've been along the way this whole entire time. And to have seen Ainsley grow, obviously we know we're not her parents, but we're her auntie and uncle.
Exactly.
And sometimes you need... I have an aunt that isn't really an aunt.
Yeah, I think we've all had that.
But... And I think it's good that, you know, as she grows up, and Josh and Lennox, they have us to come to.
Exactly.
So, you know, when they need to run away from home, they can run here. And Ashley and Shane know that they're safe, they're good. We'll talk them into going back home, you know.
Yeah.
The whole thing. So, I'm excited to see them, you know, grow up. It's a little sad, too.
Yeah. Or when Josh was Ainsley's size, you know.
Yeah. I was his Jen.
Yep.
Now we're having that problem with Ainsley because Ainsley informed Josh yesterday that I'm her Auntie Jen. And then she had a tantrum and ran away salty.
She's going to get a rude awakening when Lennox comes along.
Yeah. I'm going to... That's going to be fun. But you know what? Me and Ainsley, we got a tight bond. She's my girl.
You'll make it through it.
Yeah. We'll be fine. We're very close, and I hope we can keep that.
Yeah.
She's my cheese whiz girl. All right. So. Well, I think we've babbled on long enough. Sorry, I just have to throw a ball. Okay.
See, it's just like having kids. You have to keep them entertained.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting us and our journey. And if you want to see more videos like this,
comment below.
Let me know. And if you've gone through something like this and you understand, you know, comment below. Subscribe if you're new. Like this video.
Yeah. And
we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.